2020 has most certainly been the year that we just want to put to one side and forget about. And a lot of the uncertainty and speculation that we're seeing in metals and other markets as well is going to be coming to a head this week with the US election and then the impending lockdown here in England later in the week. Lots is going to happen, so let's have a good chat about what to expect from the week ahead. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Now today's not my normal day for a video. Normally I would talk on a Wednesday about an interesting precious metals related subject, but this week is in its own right going to be very interesting. We're at the start of what I predict to be a very topsy-turvy rock and roller week with, of course, the US elections coming to a head tomorrow, and then later in the week, not wanting to be left out of the world stage, England will be entering a national lockdown. So there's a lot cracking on with 2020, the year that we all just want to put behind us and forget about. But I guess part of my message here today is to say that what we are seeing now in 2020 and in this week will be with us for a very long time. Of course, whatever the election results turn out to be, those will be with us for 4 years or more, perhaps, depending on how it turns out. And I don't really want to politicize this video in any way, so please do keep kind of political type comments to a minimum. It's just not my place, and I don't think it's this channel's place to comment on the election itself. But one thing is for sure is that the uncertainty that the election and that national lockdowns and, of course, everything that's happening with the coronavirus around the world, you know, it's causing uncertainty, which is the main thing that fuels speculation within markets, speculation within metals markets. And of course, we've seen the big rises this year for silver and gold. Now, we did see a bit of a pullback in prices last week, and at the time of filming this, it's evident on Monday morning, at least for the UK markets opening up, that there's an increase in silver and gold that's going to trickle in. And I think with the uncertainty that the election in the US causes, and of course the lockdown that's impending here in England and the effect that that's going to have on businesses and individuals going forward, the uncertainty is here to stay, I think, for a while. Now, that's going to be somewhat sort of mitigated in a way by the, of course, the results of the election. And again, I really want to avoid kind of talking about the, you know, the politics of it. And whichever way the election goes, it's, you know, important to remember that the world will continue to revolve. It will continue to become a new day. The sun will rise. And we were in exactly the same position 4 years ago. I remember talking about Donald Trump winning, and love him or hate him, he is a polarizing figure that has got people more engaged in politics. And you're looking at the US election at the moment, seeing possibly the highest ever turnout for an election ever, period, which is in part down to Donald Trump. You know, you might love him or hate him, but he has engaged politics again, which is a good thing. I cannot stress how much I think that is a good thing. So putting politics aside, one thing that is evident is that this uncertainty that we're seeing in the markets, in the world generally, is what's fueling quite a lot of the speculation on markets, certainly on currency exchanges and, of course, stock markets, stocks and shares, hedge funds and things like that. Now, last time that there was a lockdown, so referring it back to the United Kingdom, I think it's important to remember that the world itself was almost going into lockdown. So it was at the start of this entire kind of the Western world kind of bringing forward the national lockdowns. And that, of course, had huge roll-on effects for international trade as well. Now, every country around the world is dealing with their own, you know, pandemics in their own specific ways. And it's going to be different this time. So for those of you who are looking at the lockdown coming and thinking, right, now silver's going to go down again, we can get lots of silver in. It's unlikely. I think it really is genuinely unlikely. I think if we took the election out of the picture and we just had, you know, national lockdown here in England, it's going to be a really difficult one to predict what's going to happen to metals. I personally think we're at a stage now where, you know, the big hedge funds that had all of the margin call issues and cash flow issues at the start of these periods, they've now diversified their portfolios. They are much more prepared and secured for it. I don't think it was a shock to a lot of people that we have gone into a national lockdown again here. So it is important to remember that I think that this time round it's going to be different. I don't think we're going to see drops in metal prices. I could be completely wrong. And so at the start of the week at the moment here on Monday, I'm seeing the markets tick up. and I think that they probably will continue to tick up, and more so once the election results have been declared. Now, the only thing that I can foresee in this week, and again, this is not wanting to politicize it, but I can see that this election is actually going to be with us for a lot longer than we might expect. You wonderful people over in the US have a very, very tight election on your hands, and I think we are looking at the polls, seeing that Biden is ahead, but I don't think that's necessarily accurate. I mean, we all know how to trust polls these days with regard to Brexit and then, of course, the 2016 election. So I think it's going to be an incredibly close one. I can very much see this being contested beyond the date of the election. And that's only going to cause more speculation and, of course, concern on the markets, and uncertainty and concern is what fuels instability. So there is going to be a very rocky period ahead at this, this week. This week is coming to a head of it, but I actually don't think it's going to completely resolve all of the world's uncertainty issues by a long stretch. Politically, it might go some way to doing so, but at the same time, I really can't see us, in the world being anywhere back to semblance of normality in terms of economics for a very long time. And that's kind of the last point I want to make here, is that how this all relates to gold and silver buying. It's going to be a very tough couple of years ahead. Like it really is. Like, I know there's a lot of pundits out there. There's a lot of people like myself with YouTube channels saying that the gold and silver are going to be the only asset that you can hold over this next sort of 10 years that will actually yield anything, or at least protect you. I think there's definitely going to be money to be made in metals. How much is going to be very, very up in the air, and it's going to be very subjective to the type of metal that you're holding and how you're holding it, paper, etc., physical. And it is important to remember that it is all speculation, and we have seen huge crashes before, of course, back earlier this year, and I think that there's definitely room to grow, but at the same time it's going to be difficult. And my usual message here on the channel is always buy with responsibility. Buy knowing that what you are buying could go up, could go down. It is so important to do so, and that's probably like the one message that I want to put out from here today, is that the uncertainty is here to stay. I think we are seeing that in action with just the world at the moment. 2020, I don't know about all of you, but 2020 for me has been one of those years where it's just grating on me quite a lot, and I have a lot of sympathy for people out there who are suffering from 2020 fatigue, and I'm starting to get there as well. Like this last week and a bit in this build up to, I kind of predicted that there'd be some form of lockdown in our area. I thought we'd be going into a sort of tier 2 or 3 and actual sort of lockdowns, but the whole national lockdown almost took me a little bit by surprise, because we've been hearing the rhetoric from the Prime Minister and powers that be that a national lockdown wasn't the direction they wanted to go. And now that it's happened, it's one of those things where it's like, we just started thinking that maybe we could get back to normal. I've been getting out, playing more sport, playing squash, enjoying social life, going out to dinner, responsibly and everything. But now that's kind of like being pushed back another month, and it's very frustrating. So I'm over this year. It is really awful. But the sad truth is that the effects of this year, 2020, commemorated in these wonderful little 1 ounce BYB bars, the year 2020 will live in infamy going forwards into the future. I think 2020 is the year that rocked the world, and it will be the year that's with us, not necessarily in date form, but it will be, the effects of it will be with us for a very long time. So yeah, be careful out there, be safe out there, and I hope that you all, look at this week with a bit of perspective. There's going to be a lot of metals talk in the next couple of days, and the election tomorrow, with the results trickling in over the course of the next day or so, perhaps extended more so into the rest of the week and month, is going to cause speculation. It's going to cause movements in markets. It's going to cause issues, just unforetold at the moment. And then beyond 2020, there's going to be economic impacts of everything that we are experiencing here at the moment. So lots to consider, lots to think about. So please do be safe and sensible out there with your cash, with your money. I want to finish this video by doing a little bit of promotion here for the Backyard Bullion bars that you're seeing in front of you. So if you have been watching this far, a big thank you to all of you for that. And there's a reason I haven't started this video by promoting these, because at the moment we are looking to sell quite a lot of silver in November. It was always the case. Like the 3-ounce silver 4M rounds will be coming out very soon, the 5-ounce hammered rounds will be coming out very soon, and these 1-ounce backyard bullion bars will be coming out very soon. And we'd always planned to do that, and we are going to be going ahead with all of those projects and sales and everything as well this month, just regardless of whatever's happening. They're all done and dusted and ready to go. But they are premium products, and they are not cheap pieces of bullion. So if you are looking to buy any kind of YouTube poured silver or products from channels or channel bars or premium pieces of poured silver, always remember that they are not investments in the metals. They're investment in the brand that you're watching. And if you are enjoying our channel and you want to support our channel, I think buying these is simply the best way possible. You not only get something in return, but you support our channel as well and everything that we do. And that's my pitch to you for these products. So if you're interested in them, they are currently in the pre-order phase for channel members at the moment. So if you are interested in them, we can guarantee you a bar if you're a channel member. So if you're already a channel member, then please email me, byb@backyardbullion.com, and we can get everything sorted out for you. Or if you are not a channel member at the moment, there are still spots available. There's 50 of these bars up for sale. So have a look at the channel memberships. You'll get your first months of the basic level membership, the £2 or $1.99 a month membership, as a discount on the bars. So essentially your first kind of month of channel memberships are for free, and then you can choose whether or not to keep your membership and support the channel beyond this first month or not. That's completely up to you. But this is, in my opinion, the better way to do it than just simply sending a donation or a super chat, or even just joining as a member. At least with this, you're getting something back for your cash, and you can get hold of one of our premium little bars there. There's 100 of them in total. These are the second issue of 50, so numbers 51 to 100, micro mintage, and I think they're pretty good. I like them, I really do. So anyway, that's my little pitch on the 1-ounce backyard bullion bars. But back to the main topic at hand, is that this week is coming to a head, and I think it's going to be a rocky road, a rocky ride. I'd love to know what you think about the week ahead. Not necessarily who's going to win the election, because as I said, I really don't want to politicize this video or have even extended political discussions, because they can turn very toxic. And again, that's, love Trump or hate him, he's polarizing, and it's not necessarily the kind of content that I want to produce. I don't really want to politicize this channel, and it's just what it is. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section about metals, about what you think is going to happen this week, about the uncertainty that we're seeing in the world right now. There's so much going on. Let me know about lockdowns if you're in England and you are going to be going into lockdown Thursday, how you're coping with that. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up button. And if you like our little BYB bars, then all of the information on how to get hold of them is down in the description as well. And channel members will be guaranteed a bar. Otherwise, they will be going up for general retail at the end of this week. So any that are leftovers will just be up free for grabs on our website. So that's the general plan. A big thank you to you all for watching, especially to my BYB Rambling Society members, paid or not. If you've watched to this point of the video, let me know if you're a rambler. Otherwise, have a fantastic week ahead. I hope it's going to be an okay week, not too up and down. We shall see. Have a good one. See you on the next video. As always, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.